It's the JT Cho Show!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And today is Monday. Is that a little too loud? Today's Monday. Hello, everyone. Today is Monday, the 8th of... It's a ghost. I just taped that up there. I don't know if the other one will fall. This is Studio B, okay? I want to try different spots in my house for this podcast, for the 34th episode of the JT Show. But I just had a poster fall. It was holding my stones. I'm not even going to fix it, you know? We're just going to keep going live for the podcast, and we're not going to stop till it's done. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a whole week, okay? We shot a podcast. We released it kind of a couple days after our sobriety month. And I will say I've had a great week, very liberating, very, very almost out of control. But safe to say that tomorrow, well, today actually, because I'm recording this right now. I'm going to upload it on the internet. I'll tell you about it. But yeah, I just decided, hey, I got to do one. Got to inform the people. This is how you build a brand, okay? And I'm building it. And yeah, I'm getting... if you maybe added both YouTube and the podcast together, I might be getting 30 views an episode, which is 30 more than I ever thought I'd get. And, you know, one day, you know, maybe if I, you know, rise to, you know, fame, I'll have like 100,000, like a bunch of jabronis, man. A bunch of guys that like to listen, like to call in. You know, that's long term down the range, you know. But yeah, today, this 3-day weekend, I cranked out a whole large pizza by myself. I just couldn't help it. I will say it has been very stress-free this week and not entering every calorie in my app. I didn't realize how demanding that was. And just taking a week off, I know that like I've gained like 1 or 2 pounds back. But tomorrow is when I start running fruit smoothies in the morning, a hard-boiled egg, that's my kitty cat. Going back to calorie counting, basically taking my lessons of sobriety and applying them to a responsible life, a non-out-of-control life. I'm still not drinking pop. I looked up the date. It was sometime in March. I'd have to look it up again. I don't feel like it, but I've been pretty productive, you know. I've got a luscious flow of hair. What you hear now is my other dog, Cora. But essentially, Studio A upstairs, which is the main studio in my house. My roommate's sleeping, and you know, this is me being courteous. I can be loud in the basement, but you know, that's why I hung up these posters. One fell down. Now I look like a fucking idiot. But no, I cleaned up my closet. Cleaning up my closet one more time. I said, I'm sorry, Mama. I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to make you cry, but tonight I'm cleaning up my closet. But I really needed to. Like, my mom came over and she was like talking shit like she usually does, like politely. She's just like passively aggressive as fuck. Just like Elizabeth, by the way. But she's just like, wow, look at all these piles of clothes everywhere. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, I don't fold clothes very often. But the problem that I started to get was like, I'm way too short on socks, underwear, and my shirts. Like, I finally found a polo I've been looking for. I couldn't find my Tiger Woods polo for the longest time. I had it folded up in a nice pile, but that pile was buried. So I gutted the closet. The other one fell. The dog went crazy. Holy smokes. Let me plug in my computer at the very least. It's okay, everyone. Alright. Oh, man. Wow. We all caught that live. Anyways, ooh, my heart's a thumping. I didn't think that one was going to come down. Welcome to the blank wall, brought to you by water out of a mason glass. If you watch my stream, you know all about it. It's just water in a mason jar. You can either buy a mason jar and turn it into a glass, or go to the glass section and buy the mason jars they sell as glasses. Nobody. It's like the whose line is anyway. Rules don't matter. Okay, points don't matter. Rules don't matter. It's whatever. It's crazy. Anywho, so he's sleeping upstairs. I'm trying to utilize more of my house, so I have my one wall that I painted. I like that as a background as well. You've seen a couple living room shots bringing the TV out for guests. I like that a lot too. And I also really like my basement. There's like a dankness to it. It's it's pretty wide open. But basically all day I've completed a lot of projects this weekend. That's what I'm really proud about, folks. Head over to my Instagram, JT of Jville. That's JTOFJVILLE on your Instagram, on your Twitter. He says this every episode like 6 times. But head over there. I uploaded House Taylor. Yeah, that's a Game of Thrones reference. But it is bag season officially. Okay, my dad just got a nicer set. It's a Michigan set. He's super happy about it. And if you know my dad and how he likes Michigan, it totally makes sense. Why do I keep touching this mic? But anyways, I built this set. The boards got a little warped because I left them in like really crazy weather for too long. Put on the legs. They're for the first set ever. Yeah, I could have maybe done a little better of a job, but as I get more experience with the art of woodworking, I'll make a second set and make it nicer. But instead of painting them, I went online and I bought the Captain America and Fat Thor stickers. So it's like, I think it's original Cap, and then it's like Fat Thor from the most recent Avengers movie. But yeah, and then I got Marvel bags too. But go check it out on my Instagram, JT of Jville. But it's bag season. So what I did in my driveway is I measured out from the cracks that are naturally cut in the cement. On the level part, what I did is I measured out 21 feet with a tape measure. Took some boards, spray painted the line, so now it's got like your nice 90-degree angle. And so when you set up your board, the front end of your board should be covering the black spray paint line. So you've got like, you can play in the backyard, and I'll take off my shoes and I'll pace myself because I can pace out 21 feet pretty well with my feet. But I officially tape measured it with 21 feet. I squared it off. Put a nice line. So if you want to throw officially, it's a little less privacy, but there's an official measurement of 21 feet in my front driveway. So I think that's pretty sweet. That's I finished the boards, put the stickers on. Captain America gave me a heart attack. The stickers, I was having success with the first one. I moved on to the second one, and the wind blew it shut, and I thought I was never going to get the 2 sticky tabs open without ruining it, but through resiliency, I completed that task. I also did some art. I laid down a bunch of plastic from I upgraded my bed, and I'll get to that in a minute. But basically, I took the plastic from this bed that I got, and I laid it in the garage, and then I got some black canvases, and then I did the pendulum art. It's still dry. I'm going to wait till it's fully dried for 2 days, and that's going to go in the guest bedroom. My mother and Faja came over and helped upgrade my house a little bit too. Put on some new security lights. We put up I got like a little cabana in the back, for those summer nights with the bugs, and it'll keep them out. If the security light comes on now, you can play euchre at any time of the day, including night now, because of how light the bright is, and I can also just get another light and put it out there. But I hung some tube lighting up that I just had laying around that were hand-me-downs. So, I've really been jazzing up my place, and I've been getting ready for summer. And what goes along with getting your house ready for summer is getting your body ready for summer. And I'm still not summer bod ready. I'm floating at like 218, 217 right now. If I let's say I'll run for the next 4 days and eat healthy, I bet you I could get down to like 214, 213. But July is really the month where it kicks off. I'm still kicking it off tomorrow. Like I said, I've already got my outfit picked out. I've got my route picked out. I got to wake up early, eat your Wheaties, but I'm going to have a fruit smoothie. I've already got it measured out for portions. It's going to be made out of low-fat yogurt with 8 grams of protein. I'm going to have some ice in there. So it's vanilla yogurt that's low-fat. Then I've got some dragon fruit, some blueberries, and some fresh strawberries. And I throw that bad boy in a blender that I bought for the Memorial Day sale on Amazon, and then I'm going to take a hard-boiled egg and just eat the egg whites. Then I'm going to call that a breakfast. Turkey sandwich probably for dinner. Then we'll get some healthy fats in there somehow. But I got to get back on that train for another week. Then Cut comes out and it's a no holds barred. We're going to have multiple nights where we make our versions of Mexican food. He's got a really good rice that he's been perfecting. I have a slow cooked. I really like making it with venison, but you can also make it with steak. A really slow cooked carne asada. So we're gonna have 2 nights where we eat. We don't want to compete on the same night and eat so much Mexican food that we're just gonna puke because we get to the point where you're like you can't stop. It's like when you go to Taco Bell and you buy the 12 taco pack and you eat your 6 and you're like, hey man, you could eat your 6, or are we gonna have to have me eat 7 to finish this box off? But that's something. Sometimes that happens. But no, we're gonna have 2 of those nights. We're gonna have like pizza nights, a lot of high carbs. We're gonna go golfing, but exercise is gonna be like minimal at least. We've got nothing really planned, but a lot to do. That's another reason why I wanted to do this podcast today. I wanted to tell you things that's upcoming in the future. So you got Cut coming down, you've got Earl coming down. So Earl's definitely 100% drop, stop, and roll. Whatever you're doing, Earl's going to be on the podcast probably the 19th. And if it's not uploaded on the 19th, it'll be uploaded on the 20th. Now, if you watch this, please comment. Frank, I know you're my one and only guy, dude, but you can put it in the chat with the group on Facebook Messenger, or you can hit me up on Twitter. But if you're watching this, should I wear a tuxedo on my Dirty 30? Hit me on Twitter, JT of Jayville, hashtag yes tux or no tux. Because I was thinking about wearing a tux all day just for fun with this like headband, really goofy long hair and whatever facial hair I have. I have a terrible mustache, but for my Dirty 30, I was thinking about wearing a tux on the 19th for like a casual family lunch with a birthday cake, which I'll probably make. But I might make my award-winning, and I can call it award-winning because I won an award with it. So shut the fuck up. But with my award-winning lemon pound bundt cake. And it's really good. It's an award-winning. Okay, I only have to compete with 2 other people though, so But take it what it's worth. Or I might just make like a nice sponge cake. I saw on Facebook. I really wanted to try it, and I still might. It's the zebra cake recipe, so I think that'd be pretty cool to make a zebra cake birthday cake. And we'd be like, oh my god, it's like a zebra cake. And you're like, yeah, that's what I did, but I just made it bigger. I just made it smaller, but I made it bigger. I saw the recipe, but sometimes I'm very skeptical. It's like you see those videos where you're like, oh my god, I spilled wine on my brand new white couch and white shirt, and this guy's like, oh man, throw some coffee and dog piss on it and throw it in the washer, and it's brand new. And then you're like, whoa, dude, I never knew those 2 combinations got coffee stains out. And they don't. I don't know. They just must have had 2 rugs and make millions of people try it and comment and keep coming back and watching their stupid ass like videos that don't work. And that's just the way the world is going right now, so you got to be careful. One thing that I've been noticing, by the way, I don't know if it's happened to you, but people have been calling you back and be like, hey, I have a missed call from your number. And first of all, I don't even call anybody. And I'm like, no. And I was like, so most likely what's happening is somehow mobile numbers, maybe Verizon. I don't know if this is confirmed. I haven't done any of my research yet, but maybe there's, with all the, it might not even be Verizon, but it might be one of the websites, like the accounts that I use for, uh, Crunchyroll or anything like that, maybe selling my information to where my number is somehow given, and then they call you back and they're like, hey man, why'd you call me? And I'm just like, yeah, that's not me. They're just using my number as a callback. I think it's a scam. So I just I was mowing the lawn and I got that same call and I was like, just don't give out your information, because I had to yell because I was on the mower, and he's like, okay man, and I was like, okay, see you later. But I hate answering the phone. Don't like doing it. I like the potential spam thing that they've started, but there's still a couple numbers that slip on by, so I have to do my research for that for sure. But that's just the way the world's working right there too. But yeah, like I told you, I did a bunch of side projects. I treated myself to a bed. Shout out to a bad friend, and for giving a good friend information. I went to Wayfair, so shout out to Wayfair. Not sponsored or anything by Wayfair, but it's one of those hubs for cheap stuff sometimes. And I bought a very affordable king size bed. Let me tell you about this bed, man. First time I ever was at a king size. First time I ever was that I can truly recall sleeping in a king size bed was at a Motel 6 when I was trying out for this job in Wisconsin. And I couldn't, because they ran out of the two queens, and so they just upgraded me to the king size single. And I was like, okay, cool. And man, I was like, wow, look how much room you have. I couldn't believe it. And I was sleeping on a queen. And my bed history, I know you didn't ask, but I got the twin eventually. You go from your crib to your whatever, and then to your twin. And then I was sleeping in this twin, and I had this super crazy growth spurt. My feet were hanging off the bed. Uh, so I had like a chair with a backpack or two, or a pillow or something, so I could have my feet on that hanging off the bed. And then my dad was like, "Why is that in your room like that?" And I was like, "Oh, because my feet hang off the bed." So when I went out for a high adventure trip for Boy Scouts, I came back, and my parents they surprised me. They got me a twin extra long. So slept in that. Went to college, a twin. Did the military thing, twin. Finally, I bought a queen size in 2000, I think 14, 15. So finally got a queen size after 24 to 25 years of living on this earth. And the queen that I got, I didn't mind, but I'm a firm mattress man. I'm like if I have to choose what paper towels, I want to choose the lumberjack man over, I don't know, a fucking bear. So anywho, um, yeah, I got all that going on, and there's just so much that you just appreciate after you do all these little side projects. Like 2 weeks ago I helped my dad put a floor down, so I said in a couple more weeks you can help me out, and putting up all these lights and getting the guest room painted and putting up another ceiling fan, and really learning the ins and outs of cheap electrical fixtures, quick fixes. I love growing like that as an individual, because the white wire is always hot. Apparently, you can just turn off the light switch and then you can just work on the light, which still baffles me. It makes sense when it's explained, but God, I hate getting electrocuted. It's just the goddamn worst. So, I'm really confident in my ability to put in small objects like fans or outside lights. I know those aren't hard. You're a man, you should be able to do anything, but I just don't want to burn my house down like Spencer from iCarly with just terrible electrical work. So, um, yeah, it was nice to have them come over, and then I took them out to Culver's, which had no contact line, and uh, the Culver's in Jackson they're gonna push back their opening when they're allowed to because their store's not ready, which I'm imagining they have to put like what deeper crevices like where people can sit without being next to other people. Like you have to build towers to the ceilings and have HVACs. Like their drive-through system's pretty. Their drive-through system actually it needs to go. In my opinion, Culver's should go to a Chick-fil-A style drive-through. Get those goddamn tablets out. Tell those people 6 cars ahead what you want to eat. Because if you have ever gone to Culver's, which is a fast food restaurant, and try to go through the drive-through, you might as well have parked and sat inside and ate. At least you could have ate inside in air conditioning and then sit in your goddamn car when they put a stupid ass hook on your door and then they come up. But it's really improved. They use like sticky notes and they put them on your mirror, so like it's super minimal contact. So like good for them for following all the rules and regulations. But that fast food line that they have going right now is pretty hype. I know, again, they don't have any inside customers, but you should really, Culver's, you should super look into be doing that like full time because your drive through times suck. I was talking, it's not just Jackson, I was talking with a coworker, and he was like, yeah, I was going to go to Culver's and the line was asinine. And I was like, dude, right? Like their line always sucks, but it's because like it's just so slow. So you should figure out how Chick-fil-A did. I don't know if you got to infiltrate and you got to like send one of your employees to like an even like your employees are pretty nice, but they're not like Chick-fil-A nice. So like you got to send them to like nice graduate school. I guess that's what like Chick-fil-A workers have, and then like send them in undercover, and then they're like a manager at Chick-fil-A, and they're like, I finally got the plans, and like 20 years later they're like, yes, all that research that we just did has finally paid off. But like or you could just ask them or like study it. I don't know. There's probably studies like scientists and nerds. They figure that shit out. And I say nerds with like a, I wish I was a nerd because I'm really dumb. Um, some other subjects. I cleaned out my closet. I'm cleaning up my closet. He's not gonna do it again. But so I cleaned out the closet and. I took everything out and then I lined like t-shirts for daily use and jerseys and these kind of jerseys. So I was like, oh man, recreational sports. I love talking about rec sports, but I also found this is a but okay, so this is a quarterback sleeve. Aaron Rodgers wore one of these for the first time, and I'm no Dan Marino or Brett Favre because I'm the best. No, I'm just joking. But I used to wear this, okay, playing intramural flag football in the Air Force. Now, I started out with everyone in, in every sport. No, I had a little thing. But everybody kind of underestimates me, and like I'm gonna put it for the record. Don't do it. Don't underestimate me. But people do. They look at me. They look at my fatness, but I'm pretty fatletic. But I get it done. Jamie from the Joe Rogan Experience, young Jamie. If you ever hear this, I'm calling you out, man. I want to take you on. You pick. I want to play a 3-on-3. I hate playing 1-on-1. I think it's fucking stupid. Play me 3-on-3 or get a crew of 5 and I'll play 5-on-5. But me and you are. If I had to make a reference, Kobe and Michael Jordan, the All-Star game, his last one. So that's the matchup. We're going to make it into a 1-on-1. But I'm guarding you the whole time. I just want to see how good he is because he's always talking about it. But anyways, I used to wear so everyone always underestimates me. They put me on the line in our flag football league. You can throw to your lineman. So I'm like blocking, and then I just say left side blitz, and then like they look up, and then they just toss it to me, and I grab it. I don't have speed, but I always catch it. No one ever covers me because they're like, this guy looks like he's got a stupid hand, but like, whatever. And then in warm ups, I'm slinging the sauce because I can throw pretty well too. I can punt, I can kick. I'm kind of bragging right now, but I don't like. I just want to let you know in basketball, don't underestimate me. In football, like I'll bomb a 50-yard field goal. I like anybody want to make a wager? Uh, like you give me a week and I'll be hitting a 50-yard field goal. It just takes me like 3 days of leg workouts and then I'll be hitting that 50-yarder. But I can still hit a 50-yard field goal like as of today. My punting 50, 60 yards at most when I get the spiral. And shout out to Concordia for my graduate degree because I saw an NFL punter and I have the recordings and how you hold the ball and then how you like shake the hand. So I really started to incorporate that in my punts. And you have all the time in the world in flag football to punt, so you just might as well make it like high and drive it. And a lot of the times too, like I'm gloating. He's bragging, talking about recreational sports, but the rest would be like, "Oh my God, what a kick!" And I was like, "Yeah, man, like that was pretty cool." But okay, so like I want to I want to tell you that I went from like being on the line, and then like I didn't really like being a wide receiver because I'm not fast. But then like I started playing quarterback. I played a half season, had a disagreement, don't want to talk about it. Came back, I coached, and then I was like, I'll coach, but I don't want to play quarterback um, uh, because I don't want to be that guy. Like I'm the coach and the quarterback, but tryouts, people are like these. These are from the people around me, and people who I don't. Here's what I was hearing: no one's gonna get it done. You got to play quarterback. So I started playing quarterback. These aren't my words, man. You think these are my words, but so I played quarterback for 2.5 full seasons. I did pretty well, and I did a lot of dump passes. I did a lot of out and ups. Shout out to Evans. Here, let me. Here's what I'll do. I'll send this to Evans. Shout out to Evans for flag football. He wasn't the fastest dude in the world, but the man ran the crispiest routes. Okay, if I said a 5 yard out and up, he's hitting it. If I hit quick slant, corners, whatever I'm telling him, he's hitting the crispiest routes. He's doing basically what you're supposed to do, and you can always depend on him. So shout out to him for sure. He's gonna be like, wow, dude, like I never talked to this dude. He's weird. I gotta figure out what his name is on my phone. Anywho, so I started playing quarterback, and my mentality in quarterback was like, I'm not fast. I'm not one of the quarterbacks that who has time to scramble. I don't have explosive speed. Oswald, there we go. But anywho, man, I don't even know if this cat's name. Hold on. Anyways, this break brought to you by. Wow. Anyways, it's not. Anyways, so my mentality while playing quarterback, get the ball out early, get your 5, get your quick passes, because a lot of the times when you're throwing the ball fast, sometimes they don't pull the flags, so you're like, it's 20 yards to the first down, so you might as well try to get 7 yards of play. There's not a lot of time. There's people that blitz. You can blitz essentially every single time, I believe. I don't really remember that, but like there's things to do. Like if you're getting beat on the blitz, don't hold. Basically, you basically just try to get the ball out. So like I had some bubble hooks so I could show people because we had people interchanging. Like, hey man, here's this. I wrote down every single time. Like there were cats. Like Marsano was a good wide receiver for sure. Duckett was good. Cut play on the line a few times. He was good to pass to. But basically, I wrote down every single thing that if you have any experience, like, hey man, a go, a flare, post, corner, slant, hook, and that was Gannon Evans, by the way. I figured it out. Anyways, so I had like first half, second half. So like basically, the first half I'd be like, hey man, a slant's a 1, and then like basically they changed in the second half. So some people who played constantly and had the notes. They could know what ones and twos are. I had one play. This is a really good play, by the way. So if you look from left to right, you got A B C D 1 2 3 4, and basically it's either a double or a single call. So if basically what you read is if the person who's guarding the person's guarding them over the top 10 yards or over them directly. So if I want to pass it to the guy all the way to the left, he's one because there's 4 receivers. We'll go 4 wide. And so I'll be like either I'll say alpha or 1. And then I'll just say go, and quick pass, throw it to him, he's up. If I say 1 1 or 11 or alpha alpha, if I say it twice, I'm pump faking. The defense usually bites, and then they take one step back, they sell it, they go upfield. That's a 5-yard little pass window. They usually get 10 yards. I did a lot of trick plays like that, a lot of hustle plays to the line because a lot of the times you have to score fast. I have this juke. It's really disgusting. It's a ballerina move, and people basically like miss the flag somehow, and it's like the most disgusting thing you've ever seen. But I'm not the best quarterback that played for that squadron. LT was for sure. Nobody knows who these people are, but I did pretty well. I could get the ball where it could go. Some of my little phrases that I wrote: read the safeties, don't be afraid to take a sack, because I Brett Favre it, threw some balls I shouldn't. Breathe, watch the linebackers. So basic how to read the fields and like things to calm me down. And then I had 6 pre-written plays, some to linemen, running play, free releases, like one where everyone pushes to the right. I scramble to the right, throw back left, and then he undercuts. These are some of the things that I always used to do when I played intramural sports. So, again, if these are topics that interest you, just hit me with questions, and I can always answer them for sure. So a little bit of downstairs history in Studio B, because that's what we're going to start calling it. We're going to call it Studio B for basement, and Studio A because it's like the main studio. I didn't have a cool B. I didn't have a cool A word for that. It worked out for basement, but we'll be working on it. I like shooting upstairs. I like shooting downstairs. We are on this table. This is a old family table. It's pretty important to me. I'm not going to do that again. That was probably murder for your ears. But this is the table that I played countless games of cards with my grandpa and grandma on. My grandma just didn't want it anymore, so she just asked who wanted it. Of course, I said, I do. Put it in my basement next to the pool table. That's an old bar table that came with the house. So I've got entertainment, downstairs. So sometimes, that'd be so cool to make this a central hub and have guests come out and really, really make this a studio, and then have sometimes where you're kicking it in Studio B, and you got people over there playing the Switch, and you've got Mario Kart going on. They can bring their boys and play some pool. I'm pretty sure we could set it up like that. And we could have some cameras going around, but that'd be super cool and make this little Michigan outlet, places hey man, you should come out here and you should make a little bit of noise. Oswald, by the way, he's getting back to me. He's probably gonna be like, man, that's not even my name, you fucking idiot. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, dude, I'm sorry, man. Whoa. LOL, man. He just said thanks for the shout out, but I'll give you your props. I'll also talk shit if I don't like you. I'm gonna start some beef, and no one's ever gonna put one and one together because I'm just gonna be generic. But like I said, I don't want any I'll talk about trending topics every once in a while when I really feel about it. In my younger years, I used to be oh, every single fucking thing that was happening, I had to put my opinion on it. There are important issues, like, for instance, like the Black Lives Matter issue. That is very important, and you should be verbal. And I have on my Twitter spoken up about it. I talk about it with my inner circle, my work affiliates. I ask questions. It's something that we need to, keep talking about, and that's an issue I will, give my verbiage because it is something that deserves everyone's attention. But there's other, issues and social trends and stuff like that. That when I was younger, I used to be like, "Here's my opinion, shut the fuck up." I don't really like doing that anymore. But there's some topics out there that are like, "Oh, Kim Kardashian's new face." That's a direct, like, if you watch this, you'd be like, "Oh man, I think he's talking about my podcast." But we'll talk. I'll talk about one of the things that I heard on it, and that's why it made me a little upset. But I don't want to be gimmicky. If I do gimmicks, it's basically because I'm trying to, like, do it with, like, some satire. I don't know. Like, if you're like a playwright motherfucker and you're like, "No, that's not the right, verbiage. You're a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you like that. My apologies." But yeah, dude, these are just some of the shits that I think about, like, day in and day out, and you just can't help it. You just can't help it at all. But anywho, things to come up. We're gonna close on this. Things to come up here in the future. So Cut's coming in a week. He's gonna be here. We're gonna get some stuff from the farmers market. We're gonna shoot some videos. We're gonna shoot a whole 18 round of golf, videotape it, edit it. Earl's coming down. We'll probably do a podcast with him. We're gonna do some streaming, playing Battlefront. We're gonna play streaming, having good old boys time. He's gonna kick my ass at pool. Hopefully, I can destroy his ass in golf. Golf's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna do a lot of golfing. But basically, I have a tough week in front of me. I gotta do a lot of cleaning, a lot of moving things from here to there, and basically just making sure that I can entertain guests with a clean environment. But hopefully, we get some good friends and we play some euchre. I'm really looking forward to euchre. We might live stream the euchre too. Like, we might like record it and then, like, play it if we feel like it. So I'm gonna throw that offer on the table. But who really knows? Other than that, though, those are things to come up in the future. Like I said, when I wake up after I sleep today, that's when I start again. Sorry, there was a commercial. I have the little projector going, but there was a commercial where someone started the blender without a fucking blender lid, and they're like, "Oh, it got everywhere." I was like, "Yeah, no shit, you fucking idiot." But anyways, yeah, I did a lot of, like, some cleaning, basically. Like I said, euchre too. I do want to record it. I think it'd be sick. Maybe like a game, just be like a game, and then how we talk about it, or thought process, talking shit to each other, and then, like, you can upload it. Like, this is what fucking euchre is. I think that'd be really cool to record, like, without making it too stressful. Of oh, the camera's on, I can't be myself, but you can be yourself. You just, like, let's just talk about, like, what we're talking about when we play euchre, and be like, "Nah, what's a fucking slapping game of euchre? Like, I understand it." But yeah, t-shirts, like, the design will be done after Cuts here, and then the t-shirts will be coming in July, so hit me up if you want one. You just got to pay shipping and handling. I'm going to send out an X amount of shirts, so if you want a shirt, hit me up on Twitter, JTofJville, Instagram, JTofJville, YouTube, hit me up in the comments for the most current videos. Like, subscribe, share, do all that cool stuff, because if you like what I'm putting out, then hopefully you share it with your friends, and you're like, "Wow, this guy's a fucking idiot. I'll listen to him too." But like I said, I'm doing 100 episodes. This is season 2, episode 34. Episodes, I'll give you a quick little snippet real quick. I'm doing seasons because I told you I was doing 100 episodes, and I could say, like, yeah, I did 100 episodes of a podcast. But I could also say, well, yeah, I did 4 seasons. My podcast went 4 seasons. Like after 100, if no one's listening, and maybe I don't want to do it anymore because I gotta self promote. Um, I gotta. There's a lot that I gotta do, but um, yeah. So this is kind of like self promoting, talking about the process of comedy. But if it never takes off and like it's eating my time and I can't do it anymore, I can at least say, yeah, I did a podcast for 4 seasons. Yeah, I did 100 episodes of 4 seasons, 100 episodes. So that's why I'm doing 25 episodes, and then it's the new season. Maybe try to bring some more strange for the further seasons. I don't really know, but that'd be pretty cool. Um, One thing, if I grow the balls, if I'm talking to my parents and we're eating cake and we're all feeling good, they're gonna be like, "So what are your plans now? You're 30." I'm gonna be like, "Hey, I'm gonna be a comedian." And they don't really know. They would just be like, my friends know, but yeah, I haven't really expressed it. My plan, 5 years, but hey man, that's the goal right now. So let's COVID. Let's figure that shit out. Let's figure out all these other issues that we're having in our nation. And once people can start living together equally and safely, and you know we can start respecting one another, then all of our other liberties can return that have been terminated up to this point because of COVID. So once stand up starts, uh, hopefully I get better. I am in the sandpaper stage right now, so I'm very rough. Shut the fuck up. But yeah, so if you like what I'm doing, please let me know. T-shirts, all that other jazz coming out. But signing out, Captain's Log, JT Show. Thanks for tuning in.